Oh my goodness. This is craziness. Welcome to Scofield Farm. I'm Carice. I'm going to have you with me today as I work on some mulching and I share our new bees with you. It's some video from about a month ago. Well, not quite a month ago. I guess it started this month in May, where we actually replaced our bees. I'm going to share a little bit of that with you and then just take you along as I work on one of our most common garden chores of this time of year, which is actually mulching. Both mulching beds, mulching paths. Like, the weed pressure is real, guys. The heat pressure is real, and wood chips is something that we can't live without in our garden in Northern California. I'm trying to think of how to show you this first. I had my boys collect cardboard for a while. It actually adds up pretty fast, and then lay it down on these paths. And so it looks like this right now. This is one of the sections of my garden that has the most pressure of weeds. Really, the plantains, I can pull those and you can see those on the other side of the fence, but it's the Bermuda that I really have a hard time with. And I really don't want Bermuda getting into my garden beds. So you can see I actually need to mulch in here as well, because that compost, which is super rich, compost we made ourselves, in those compost piles over there, it is drying out on top because it's not even that hot yet. It's just we have very dry climate, and so our summers don't have humidity like some of you guys do. It just dries everything out super crisp. And so I would say, let's see, I don't even know. At our first house, when I was doing very small gardening, and I had a few roses next to our driveway, I discovered the beauty and wonder of wood chips and figuring out how to get them. We bought them pretty cheap before, learned how to get them for free. Chip Drop is a great resource. Also, utility companies, and just finding trucks on the side of the road that are close to your house and asking them to come drop it. We got a couple different connections at different times. We have a ton of wood chips right now. And so we use them a lot in our garden. We use them to mulch, to help with water retention, and to feed the soil, because organic material is great. You're always looking to feed soil, not to feed plants, to feed soil. But even just for our walkways and our beds to be free of weed pressure, it's super important for us. We use them under our trees. We use them in the front, kind of in a landscaping kind of way, by flowers. I'm going to redo my daffodil area, and I'll link to the video where we planted daffodils late, and it did work out. There's the spoiler. You can look through past videos recently and see that the daffodils we planted in February, start of February, actually did bloom. So that was great, and they'll multiply. But we need to do a really deep wood chip mulch out there. I don't know. We just use them for all sorts of things, but we have really hard red clay soil where we live out here in Northern California. It's a Zone 9B area. It's a Mediterranean climate. And so even what we're doing in the pathways is feeding the soil, is helping enrich our land, which is super cool. I just love that. I love doing things that can actually make the land richer and more healthy and vibrant for years and years to come. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here for a while, you may know that I am actually indigenous to Northern California, even to right in this area where we live in this county. I am Winnemem Wintu, part of the Wintu tribe of Northern California. Sorry. There's actually a couple different branches of the Wintu tribe. So trying to remember the official name of my branch. We're all related, but it gets complicated when we're not recognized by the federal government. Whew. I'm trying to get the hot water out of my hose. I usually water the compost pile with it just to get some moisture in there while I get it to cool down. And then I'm going to water down this cardboard so it lays flatter, and then I will add wood chips to it. So that's kind of my process, is getting it kind of to lay flat, and then I'm going to do the wood chips. And I know this wheelbarrow is not enough, but it's a start. I'll have my boys, I have 5 boys and 2 girls. We have a large family, and I'll have them slowly give me more wheelbarrows full of wood chips, and then I will do this as I can. My motto for gardening is do what I can in the slots of time I have, and I'm not going to spend 4 or 5 hours at one time. I'm going to do it in little chunks of time. That is sustainable for me and how my life works. I just want to quickly show you my lettuce in this bed. This lettuce I planted out, oh goodness, when? April, I think. And then the lettuce at the end that's bolting, That was planted in the fall, well, actually more winter time, started inside in the fall. I'm gonna collect seeds from that because you can grow lettuce for basically free. I'll also link to a video real short about how I save lettuce seeds and how I replant them so that it doesn't cost me for new seeds all the time for lettuce. We love lettuce here. Okay, I want to show you part of the problem we had. We had gophers digging up in our pathways, and so it made it kind of hilly. So my husband flattened out some areas, but some areas like this right here, this still needs to be flattened out. It kind of hills up to one side. We put hardware cloth under our beds, which is like a fine wire, and I don't remember the sizing of it, but gophers cannot dig up through it. If you put chicken wire, it is not strong enough. A lot of tunneling rodents like gophers can get through it. Since these are redwood beds, it's thick wood. I think it's like an inch thick. And it was kind of an investment. We got it at like a Seconds kind of hardware place. But it was an investment. We wanted to do it the right way, put the hardware cloth underneath, fill it really well. And we don't want it to be compromised. We want it to last as long as we could. So, good news, gophers can't get in the beds. Bad news is they dig up these tunnels like this, big old mounds on the outside that we do need to take the hill part off because I've had back issues and I have pelvic instability, I have hypermobility, so it makes me trip. If things are uneven, we're trying to get it evened out, get weed suppressed again. Also, when they hill and they tunnel, they actually bring like weed seeds back up to the surface. Another reason why we try to do a fresh wood chip layer every year, ideally. Some years we miss. I don't know if we did it last year. I think we did though, but we try to keep refreshing that. So you can see like red dirt along some of the paths, and that is because of the gophers. And that's because we have clay. As I come over here to move my wood chips to a closer place to shovel them, I'm going to show you a little bit about our bees. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and like our video now and even consider subscribing. And I'm going to head over and show you some content from a couple weeks ago of our bees, and then join you back here putting the wood chips on the pathways. I'm taking the walk over to the bees, which can mean one very good thing. We managed to get our hands on another nuke, and we are going to get prepared for that. We did not do good, guys. As I've said in the past, we are not a teaching bee channel. We are not teaching. I am just sharing my experience. I have a lot of experience in gardening and growing food, not as much in bees, but we are going to try to do better this year, start fresh, got another nuke, and we're gonna get this thing rolling. This is like the attic we had on our hive. It rained so bad, it's still kind of wet, and it's not even like, oh my goodness, it wasn't rained for a while that much. So we lost our bees. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is not good. This is not what you wanna see. You don't wanna see a bunch of pincher bugs and stuff. So, bummer, but that's the state of things. That's the state of the union, the state of the beehive. Just the honest truth. I'm not going to hide the ugly from you guys. Oh, those are just ants, and that's their larvae. Right here. That's their ants' larvae, though.
There's a couple bees.
No, they're from over here. So this is our nuke. We opened it up. We're letting them kind of assimilate. We're not putting them in here because I think there's some wax moths. I know for sure there's pincher bugs. We're going to put them in that one. And we're going to go through and probably freeze a bunch of this, especially if there's wax moths and stuff. We're going to get it cleaned up and be able to use it in the proper fashion, not a mess like it is right now. Sometimes I think that our channel is like how not to do beekeeping. Sorry, I say that kind of in jest, but like it's been a hard, honestly, 2 years, year and a half, guys. So we didn't do the best. And even with, the things that happened, we still tried to fix our problems, but like I see wax moth evidence in here for sure. And things didn't go well. So lots of real reasons, but they don't matter. We're still gonna do better. So we'll lift it. You can definitely see evidence of wax moths because there is like webbing in there. I'm not sure if my camera is like actually getting it for you. There's like, ooh, there, you can see like the webbing, that's bad, that's bad. And there's larvae, if you look really closely, larvae from wax moths. I think you can see it in there. You do not want to see this, guys. This is not what you want to see in your hives. This is not successful. Definitely a failure. Wow. Yay, so many bees, so many bees. Oh my gosh, they might be on top of her. Did he say that they marked the queen?
He did not. I assume they do,
Probably.
but
I bet he did. Can't remember what this year's color is. Oops. Oh, there's a queen somewhere. I don't see a queen. Cat rude. I really hope that she's in. I wonder if she was in those traveling clumps, you know, these? There was like a pile of bees. This one has honey in it. All right. There we go. We will do better this time. I am so glad that we tracked down a nuke of bees locally because I was very sad that just the way our spring has been. We have had a couple hard years. 2 full years ago I had shoulder surgery and that was rough to recover from. And I had my grandma die last year and my Nana died the year before, and we just have had hit after hit in the spring. So our bees suffered, but I am really excited to get going with them again, and I'll have to take you back out there. I know that showing bee stuff isn't great for my algorithm for this channel because I'm not a bee channel. I don't teach how to do it. I'm a novice still, even though we have been keeping bees for 4 years. I don't claim to know all the things to do. I do know a lot of things not to do because I've done them. But anyway, I want to put a little bit of bee stuff in my homestead videos now and then because it's something I enjoy. It's something we actually do here. And we like having a part of our little family homestead on our 3.5 acres. And it's so hot here. I mean, it's not even that bad, but it's already drying out. So I'm gonna have to re-wet this, I think, and then start shoveling. I'm getting close to down with this wheelbarrow and you'll hear me kind of huffing and puffing. So far, it's not really covering that much. Here, and then we're there. We have a lot to go, so I'm gonna need several of these to do my task, but I put the cardboard under the fence so that it would stop having that Bermuda grass coming up under, and then I'm trying to have like the wood chips kind of fall over there to hopefully suppress it and give a little edge. If you have a better idea for edging it, do let me know in the comments. I am always open to advice. Okay, one wheelbarrow empty, and I'll show you how much it did. It did from here down to there, and we did, hey, this is Chicky, one of my roosters. He's one of the nicest roosters. And I love him. So I tried to get it on the outside, and then it's all the way here. We have a lot left to go, so I'll have the boys help me get buckets. The last thing I'm gonna do is just kind of water it down. It's been very windy here. We have things called red flag warning days in the summer and in the spring, late spring, where really hot, dry wind can make fire danger when we don't have a lot of rain. So I want these not to move. I had these laid down the other day and then they blew all over the garden. They were in the garden beds, they were laying on my plants. That's not what we want. And I do want to give you a tour again because things already look different than the last tour video I put up, which was the last video. If you haven't seen that video, watch it because I try to do a video every month to show you kind of how my garden changes and evolves. I like to multi-sow, to interplant. So I'm always harvesting something to make room for something else all year long. We grow food all year long and we do it little windows at a time, sometimes 10 minutes a day is literally what we do. So this is my, I'll turn to the right thing. This is my amount today. Maybe I'll come out and deadhead some calendula lady later. Maybe I won't. We will see how the day goes. Just gonna try to literally only water it in so it kind of stays down. And then I will have to water that in through a little bit of the bottom, nice loose kind of dirt type of wood chips there. And I'll have to do the next section a different day. Ooh, look at that rainbow. That's sure pretty. And yes, you notice California poppies in my paths because they volunteered and I love them, and so I just keep them. All right, guys, I will see you next time, and I want to show you all the stuff going on. But until then, you leave me a comment and let me know how your garden's going, and we will talk again soon. Bye.